G'day guys, welcome back. I feel like doing another pour today. I wasn't going to because I did 4 videos yesterday and I thought, oh, today, I've got bills to pay, I've got grocery shopping to do, I've got to go to the post office and post off some paintings and all those little things, and I thought, oh, I'll just sit and have a relaxing day. And then I was flicking through Facebook as you do and finding inspiration with colours, and so I thought I'm going to have another play. And if you guys have been following me, you know that when I first started pouring, I only used Floetrol, and then as I sort of developed as a pourer, I wanted better shaped cells, so that's when I went to the glue and a much thicker mix. And I'm just having a play today with my pouring medium, and I'm going to go back to a little bit of Floetrol. So I'm adding some glue and some Floetrol and some water to my paints. Same consistency, and I'm just having a play basically and seeing if I still don't like Floetrol, because it's been a while, so I'll just have a look. So global paints today. I've made my pouring medium the same consistency as I usually do, so I can do 1-to-1, 1 part paint, 1 part pouring medium. And I've got 50 grams of pouring medium and 50 grams of paint in each cup. I'll show you. I've worked out another way for you guys to learn what consistency to use. So, if you hold your stick about an inch from the surface and do a ribbon, and then count as soon as you've gone round in a circle, 1, 2, 3, your trace should be gone after 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if it's going after a second, it's too thin. If it's still there after maybe 4 or 5 seconds, obviously it's too thick. 1, 2, 3, and it's gone. See? 1, 2, 3. There you go. See if that helps. Don't go 1, 2, 3 though. Try and count in seconds. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's get on with it. Good old spot on treadmill silicone 4 cells. Let's do 3 in each colour. 1, 2, 3, except the white. I've got 2 whites today. I want to have quite a bit of white. Not a sandwich pour, but just a lot of white. Usually when I use white, just 1 cup, you can hardly see it. You get a few little cells that have got a bit of white in them, but really you don't get a lot of white. Well, I don't anyway. It may just be because the paint I'm using isn't all that highly pigmented. You feel a bit thick. Yes, you do. You've thickened up, haven't you, sitting there? Only been a few minutes, but you've thickened up. Just double check that before I add my silicone. You don't have any silicone, you're fine. Now the yellow, I've made that up myself. You guys know that I like using the global paints. I'll get the cool yellow. It was just a bit too bright for what I wanted today, and I wish that we had Naples yellow here in Australia. So that's it there. It's pretty bright. I've kind of toned it down a little bit. I added a little bit of flesh tint and a bit of white just to get a more sort of a, just a prettier yellow, I guess. It was a bit bright, that one. And I think I'm going to make up a big jug of it, or a big tub I should say, so that I've got it of my own. And that'll be another one that I'll add when I do my next video of my colours, to show you guys my new mix of colours. So in with the white. Just going to layer again. With the white, I used 60 grams of pouring medium, 50 grams of white, and then a splash of water, because this white it's always thick, just seems thick. I don't know why. It just is. Seems like the white in all brands seem to be a bit thick. Have you guys noticed that? Or is it just me? The whites that I've used are traditionally thick for some reason. And if you don't thin them down enough, because white's such a dense, heavy colour, it can make your cells difficult to pop through. If you get that white haze over the top of your pour, it can make your cells a little bit difficult for them to pop through the white if it's too thick. So this is a 30 by 40 centimetre canvas. So I know I need sort of between 500 and 600 grams of mixed paint. So I've probably just got a bit over 600 actually, because I made a little bit of extra of the white. Normally I only do 500 grams, but I've been playing around with doing 600 grams lately just to see what the difference was, whether or not my paint sort of, moved around the surface better. Now this yellow and this turquoise should give me a beautiful sort of a greeny aqua colour. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's why I'm putting those two together. Not really sure what these are going to do together. Maybe I should have... See, I didn't want to do that because then I'd have too much green next to each other. Let's move these out of the way. There's a tiny little bit left, but I'm not going to scrape them. My cup can only hold that much paint. It obviously can't manage exactly 600 grams. Right, while that's sitting there, I'll tell you about my colours. I've already told you about the yellow. This is a red oxide, which is like a rusty sort of a colour. And I thought that those two would go really pretty together with the turquoise. I was going to put in an aqua green, but then I thought, well, the yellow and the turquoise are going to make an aqua green anyway. Turquoise, my deep space, my beautiful navy, and of course white, 2 cups of white. Okay, I don't need to wait for it to run down because it's already run down. I don't have anywhere else for it to run. Let's do this. Whoops, don't drip onto my painting cup. The top of the cup wants to drip down, so I've just got to be careful not to let it do that. Look at my stripies. Oh, there's the telltale signs of the Floetrol. Little cells, little white cells popping up already. Floetrol cells. For a second there I forgot that I had Floetrol in it. Okay, now I'm just going to tilt a little bit to cover. I always get these bands of colour like that from the cup. It's just the way the paint comes out of the cup. Just going to move that around a little bit and then bring the weight of the paint back into the centre, and then I'm going to torch. I'm just interested to see whether or not the Floetrol makes any difference at all to the shape of the cell, and whether or not it helps with maybe your paint not splitting. Although I haven't had split paint for a while now since Global's fixed their issues with the paint. But some of you I think have still got old batches of Global paint, so you still may be having trouble with the deep space and anything that's got the dark blue in it. Tiny cells, so that's a good sign so far. When I'm torching, the cells are really small. That's a good sign. I don't like them to be too big at this stage. As you know, little cells first and then you stretch them. You don't want big cells first, because then when you stretch them, then they're huge, humongous. Whoops, too close. Alright, I think that's enough, hey? Let's not overdo things. So at this stage, the cells are smaller than when I just use my glue and water mix. All right, Keen to see what happens. Now there's a lot of turquoise there, and the turquoise is, what is it? Let me have a look. It's opaque, so not much is going to come up from underneath that bit of turquoise just there. Let me try and torch that again. No, it's a big, thick, heavy colour. Not much wants to come out from underneath and say hi, play peekaboo. So let's get some of that off first, hey? Some of that turquoise, because that's just a big band of turquoise there. Now I'm not going to use a corner catcher. I've sort of been explaining to you guys recently why I don't like the corner catchers. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that turquoise off over the corner. Come back to the middle-ish. And weight of the paint's about there at the moment, so I think I'll go down here next. So back to the middle. Change directions. You can see where the paint is. It's all here at the moment. It's a pity I'm going to lose all that red oxide off the corner there, isn't it? That's a bit of a shame. See, I could stop there, but then you've got that stripy corner. So that's, you know, if you put paint on your corner from your cup, you don't really want to keep it because it doesn't have that beautiful blurred background. You know, you end up with these stripes, so it's not always a good idea to do that. I'll do that. That'll just make the canvas a bit wet there on the side. Now the weight of the paint's just about there at the moment, so just move it down and get that other corner. Let me hold on to my push pin underneath so I can just encourage that paint to run down. The weight of it will just sort of drag the other paint, and that way I don't really need a corner catcher. Bring it back to the middle, turn it around. Where's my white? Seriously, white, where are you? Went to all that trouble to make up 2 cups of you, and where are you? Nowhere to be seen. I don't know. Okay, let's go off to this last little corner here. Try to keep some of that beautiful yellow. I like that colour that I made. It's pretty. I wrote down what I did too with the colour so that I can do it again. Well, the cells are a lovely shape, aren't they? I do so many pours, you know, I look at them and I go, oh yeah, that's a really pretty cell shape, but then I don't know if it's any different to the other cell shapes. I don't know, they're pretty cells, yeah. So there are a few little dots here and there. Whether or not that's from the Floetrol, I don't know. The red oxide and the navy together, don't know whether that was a good choice. But I have got that, see that beautiful aqua green in there coming through? That's what I wanted. There's a little bit of this muddy sort of colour here. I guess that's the, I don't know, it's probably the red oxide and the blue or the turquoise, because orange and turquoise make brown. So I've got turquoise and like a dark orange, this red oxide, so that's probably where I'm getting that bit of brownish tones from. I wonder if I can open that up a bit. Actually, I might open it up this way rather. I don't really like that much as well. This is better. So I might take some of this off. And in the process, just try and open up some of these cells. The mix is moving really well. The cells are holding their shape. They're not overstretching as I'm doing this. So that's a good thing. And I'll stop there. Just wanted to get a little bit of that off the edge. And then pretty much take the weight of the paint back to the middle. Or just have a play with your composition until you're happy with it. I think that's about it. Just took a little bit more off the edge there. So once everything's covered and you've got lots of paint on your surface, you can move your paint around as you saw. I'm just going to get these gloves off. Yeah, as long as you've got lots of paint, you know, you can tip over all your sides, and then you should still have enough paint to check your composition and see if there's anything else that you want to do or any cells that you want to get rid of. Then that's the time to do it. Run under there like that. Need a little bit of green just on that corner. Must have put my finger in that there. Let's have a bit of green on that there. Must have stuck my finger in it. And I need a little bit of blue for this corner, so let's match that up. Always nice to match your colours if you can. Oops, missed. Need a bit of oxide for there. Where can I get some oxide from? Oh, here's a little bit here. Not much though. Just pop that there. No one's really going to look at your sides, are they? But alrighty, so yeah, happy with that. Probably my colour choice wasn't the best because I got that brownish tinge, and I would have really liked some more white. You know what I need to do? I need to do these colours again and do my old flip and drag. I bet you I'll get the white then. I'd have to do that again. I'll take you down for a close-up anyway. Let you have a look. See what you think of these cells. But yeah, my white. Where's it gone? Can you see any difference in the shape of the cells with this pouring medium? Is it better? Is it worse? Can you actually see any difference? What I can see is a lot of speckledy background. See that? See the speckledy background? See, I don't... Oops, that's a bit bright. That's something I don't get when I don't use the Floetrol, is all that. All those speckles. So that was one of the reasons why I stopped using Floetrol. See, there they are, lots of little white speckles. I could torch, I guess, and get lots of little tiny white cells pop up maybe. So that's the area there that's gone a bit muddy. But turquoise and orange, as I said, make brown, so you have to expect that. Oh, look at that, looks like a traffic light. A little red one. All right, yeah, so I don't know, I don't see any benefit in that pouring medium. The rings are nice, I guess, but I've done other pours with nice rings. Background's nice. Got some blurred colours there. Got some turquoise into green, into lime, and up there sort of turquoise into orange and into yellow. But yeah, the only thing I can see really is that speckled background, and that's a telltale sign of Floetrol. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Stick to my glue and water, or have a bit of a play with the Floetrol. That's a better colour. That's a true colour. Maybe not quite that dark. Camera keeps changing. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. And I think I'm going to make up these colours again and do a flip and drag. And just to see what the difference is, whether I can get, it'll be more stripy for sure. And maybe I'll get my white that way. So, all right, stay tuned. I'll do that one next. Bye for now.